Hi everybody, it's Matthew Chandler. I'm the writer, narrator, and one of the producers for A Rhythm of Opposites. First of all, thank you so much for spending a few minutes to check us out today. I just want to tell you a little bit about the project, and then we want to share a sample from A Rhythm of Opposites with you that shows you how all of the pieces fit together. So make sure you stay to the very end, because we do have a very big announcement to share with you, because A Rhythm of Opposites is coming very, very soon. So, what is A Rhythm of Opposites? Essentially, A Rhythm of Opposites is an audiobook, but it's not your typical audiobook, because the story here is told with more than just words. It's told with music, poetry, different forms of storytelling, theater, comedy, drama. It's even told with imagery, so some original artwork like paintings and photography and drawings and things of that nature. And then finally, it's also told with a very personal style of narration. So it's as if we're friends sitting in a room together, and I, as the character of Eli, am telling you my story. What is A Rhythm of Opposites about? A Rhythm of Opposites is about two brothers, Johnny and Eli Andrews. Johnny is the older brother, and Eli idolizes him. So Johnny is Eli's hero. Now, growing up, they're incredibly close. They're best friends as kids. Eventually, they are each other's best man at each of their weddings. And so, again, Eli wants to be just like Johnny. He aspires to be like him until Johnny does something that changes their relationship forever. It rips their family apart. It leaves everyone around Johnny in darkness. It's a story of Eli's life up to that moment when Johnny makes that choice and does that horrible thing. But it's also a story about Eli's life after. And so A Rhythm of Opposites is about brotherhood. It's about growing up. It's about adolescence and innocence. It's about getting knocked down but making the choice to get back up. Essentially, it is a story about family, about what a family represents, how our actions impact one another, and what a family does when their world falls apart and they try to piece it back together. So really, A Rhythm of Opposites is a story about life. And it is very real, it is very raw, and it is very relatable. To be fully transparent, it is a story in many ways that's inspired by my life. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to take the worst thing that ever happened to me, the worst experience of my life, and unfortunately my family as well, and I wanted to try to create something good. I wanted to create something positive out of it. And so I am incredibly excited and honored to share it with you, and I thank you for sharing in the journey with us. So, as I said earlier, we want to share a piece from A Rhythm of Opposites with you. So for the first time, my producing partner Stephen Natali and I have put together a sample, this little promo that is going to show you how all of those different elements, the music, the poetry, the storytelling, the imagery, come together to tell this beautiful and special story. And make sure you stick around to the very end so that you can learn how and when to find A Rhythm of Opposites, again coming very, very soon. Thank you again so much for watching and listening, and with love and light, we will see you soon. Now, A Rhythm of Opposites, check it out.
Dear friend, before we go back to the beginning of my story, this might be a good place to start. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. A family is like a piece of music. Every song, like every family, is different and unique. And yet, they have their similarities as well. Elements that dictate and create a result. The result is all too dependent on these elements coming together harmoniously. Pitch, melody, rhythm, timbre and texture, dynamics, emotion, a message or theme. Ultimately, a moving piece of music is not just about individual notes, individual instruments, or these individual components apart from one another. It's really about what one does with these elements and how they're used together, like a family. It's not just about the individual members or what each one says or does or believes. It's not just about the idea of a family. It's about what a family actually does to bind themselves together, hopefully harmoniously. Like a great musician or composer, the leader of a family learns how to bring different components together to create something beautiful. Some of this is instinctive, some of it takes time to learn and master, and sometimes the components do indeed work together. Other times they clash. It's harmony, then it's dissonance. each creating their own melody and each telling their own story. If you really listen, you might just hear a rhythm of opposites. At their best, a family, like a good piece of music, should offer a ray of hope, an image of a world in which they give everything they have to each other, but lose nothing of themselves in return. A family can be a beacon of light, a shelter from even the darkest of storms. Our family, the Andrews, really did play together quite well. But like all musicians, we did make some mistakes. We did have some accidents. And as happens with all art, sometimes these were happy accidents and our mistakes led to something better. Sometimes our songs were more dynamic and relatable because of them. And yet, sometimes our songs simply didn't come together at all. That's how music works. That's how families work. It seems that's often how life works. Dear friend, family is like a piece of music, and life is sometimes like a storm. At least for us it has been.
I took my love, I took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. I'm getting older too. Oh, take my love, take it down. Oh, climb a mountain and you turn around, and if you see my reflection in the snow-covered